All right, welcome back to the Republican National Convention. CBS News senior political editor Steve Shigaris is still with me. We are also joined by Congressman Ryan Zinke, Republican from Montana. He is a former Navy SEAL commander, and he sits on the Armed Services Committee. He'll be speaking in prime time this evening. Congressman, good to have you. Thanks for being here.
Great to be here.
So let me get straight to the question that we're all really interested in hearing about. You were originally as part of your state's delegation, but you resigned from it. Tell us why.
Well, I think the platform needs to be unifying. You know, we're in a position in a country where the fabric of America is being stretched. The divisions between black and white, Hispanic, Republican, Democrat, Independent, I think it's unhealthy. You know, we all rise and fall together as a country, and I think the platform, when it's divisive, I think it would actually be better if the platform was the Constitution of the United States.
Right.
Because if we can't agree on the Constitution, then there's not much we can agree on. So I'm for a platform that is inclusive, great ideas, but uniting. Because I think in this point in our country's history, you know, united we stand, divided we fall.
You endorsed Mr. Trump at the end of May.
I absolutely did.
What took you so long?
Well, you know, in the field, you had 17 candidates that were all pretty good. You know, and you look at the wave of what's occurred. America's upset, and Donald Trump got out on 3 issues: immigration. Although I think Pence's selection was good, it provides kind of a rock of Gibraltar. Secondly, business, because unless we have an economy under the hood, then not much else matters. We can't afford a strong military, nor can we keep the promises we've made. We made a lot of promises to the country. And last, the anti-establishment. From a freshman point of view, Washington's broke. America knows it. And it's not a Republican or a Democrat issue. This is an American issue. And I think Washington does need to be shaken up.
So you're attracted to the fact he's an outsider, yet Pence is almost the ultimate insider in a sense, right? I mean, establishment Republican was in House leadership for years. Does that, is there a conflict there for you?
No, I think it's a good pairing, you know, actually. The criticism of Trump has been kind of like a mortar tube. You know, rounds are going out, but he needs to be, he needs to aim, and he needs, you know, someone to make sure that before he chambers around, let's think about it. And Pence offers that. He's conservative, but also he's independent thinking. He has criticized Mr. Trump in the past, and he has great value on the Hill. He knows the system, and he's been a governor, and he's well respected on the Hill, and he is the rock of Gibraltar. So I think the pairing of the two, you know, job well done on Mr. Trump. And I think that's the expectation of Mr. Trump, too, as a successful business guy. You know, what we're waiting to see is his forming of his cabinet, and it has to be Reagan-like. And I think in order for Mr. Trump to win, you know, 3 things. Make America great for everyone. And he has to emphasize everyone, because we all rise and fall in the same tide. 2, show discipline. And 3, surround himself with a Reagan-like cabinet and put those cards face up earlier rather than later. And if he does that, I think he'll be successful.
How's he doing on those first 2 points?
Better. You know, you look at definitely Pence, and his picks in the Supreme Court have been remarkably insightful.
Right.
And very little criticism of the court. Pence, steady hand. And I think looking at issues, we'll see him begin to develop more policy. But a lot of the policy is going to stem also from his cabinet. And you go back to Reagan. Reagan was a good candidate, became a great president. A lot of it was, remember Reagan's cabinet. You know, James Baker and Dole, and you know, the list goes on, Bennett and Caspar Weinberger. These are people that today still are legends within our government.
And Congressman, you point out the fact that there needs to be a unifying force to bring everybody together. What would you say is needed?
Put America first. You know, go back to Teddy Roosevelt, which is my favorite president. Is that we are all Americans first. You know, before we're black or white or Hispanic or Democrat or Republican or independent, we have to be Americans first. And America has a place in the world of leadership, and we should be proud of our achievements. And we should understand why America is looked at the rest of the world with such admiration. So let's be American and get out there. And this is fixable. You know, America is so angry on all sides. And it's our doing. I think at the end of the day, it takes an active participation in order to run a successful democracy. And let's be America first.
So we have polling that shows that Americans think that Hillary Clinton would unify the country better than Donald Trump. She's using the slogan "Together, standing together" is her slogan. Why would Trump be better at this? I know you're no fan of Hillary Clinton, by the way.
No, at the end of the day, I don't think America will go with corrupt or cronyism or more the same. I respect her ability politically, no doubt. She had a tough primary, but America paused. I mean, you look at Bernie Sanders, who's honest, but Bernie Sanders represented socialism, and he would say it. And Hillary Clinton struggled in the Democratic primary for a reason, is that people are really unsure about whether or not we should have an individual that has so many issues with credibility, with corruption, with investigations over time. So I think there's an opportunity if Mr. Trump, again, make America great for everybody. He's got to say it in Spanish, probably. And he's got to surround himself with really good people that assure America of calm.
All right. Representative Ryan Zinke, we thank you, sir, so much for your service, and thanks for coming on with us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.